What is a controlled environment? That is what we're going to be discussing in this video. Of course, we have some popular YouTubers, and we're going to be talking about what a controlled environment is, who uses them, and why they do such a thing. Because, and I just want to be clear, I'm not trying to purposely insult anyone in this video, but if you take offense, that is on you. If you get offended in any way, shape, or form about anything that is said, if you feel like I'm talking about you, if you feel offended by it, that is on you. I've already made it clear that I'm not trying to insult anyone or hurt anyone's feelings, but if you take offense to it, again, that is completely on you. With that being said, you can clearly see I made it to the top of the leaderboards, rank 1. This is what it looks like when you don't use a controlled environment, but we're going to be discussing what it looks like when you do. And of course, as I stated earlier, we have some YouTubers who we can include in this video. So starting off, we're going to be introducing Nicola Coninger, however you pronounce the name. He's one of the people that use a controlled environment. Now, the first two lobbies you will see me join will be back to back, so literally one after the other, and they both happen to be controlled environments. So now let's get into what it is that just happened that you're seeing right now on the screen. You can clearly see I have literally over 12 times the amount of TP Nicola Coninger has. However, I got kicked out the lobby. Whoa. Why'd he kick you? That's a controlled environment. When you're, if you fight somebody what 12 times the amount of TP as you don't feel like you can win. So what do? You kick them out the lobby. That way you can, not lose. People like to avoid their losses by kicking out people that are stronger than them. That's one thing they do in controlled environments. The other thing they do is pick certain maps and pick certain presets for no reason. For instance, Giopp Dumister. I don't care what anyone says about this next statement that I'm about to make, but I know for a fact that it's true. I know if you're an experienced player, you also are aware of this fact. If you disagree with it, that's great. Congratulations. But if you pick the Tree of Might map, you are looking for intentional lag for sure. For sure. Tree of Might is definitely a laggy, very laggy map. And if you choose it, you're literally only like lag switchers or cheesers are like the only people that fight that actually use Tree of Might map. And of course, that happens to be a map that he picked in this video. Now, people might be like, no, he just picked that map with no ground. There's less laggy maps. You could have picked, Space Vegeta, that sort of thing. You get my point. There's other maps you could have picked. You pick Tree of Might, there is so much lag that happens in this map that is intentional, that you have to be looking for it, which is why you pick it. And that's not all. He didn't just pick a laggy map. This guy pulls out a pose F build for no reason. You clearly saw. I joined his lobby. I didn't provoke him in no way, shape, or form. However, this connects back to that controlled environment. So, what exactly is that controlled environment? And why do people use it? And is it okay to do? Okay, so now let's get into the definition. The controlled environment in terms of Xenoverse is when you have everything set up that way you can win for sure. You control the environment. That means you control who goes in the lobby, which means you control your opponents. You pick the maps, that sort of thing. So, well, that just sounds like a normal game session. If you're the host, I'm sure that's what some of you are thinking, but you couldn't be further from the truth. Controlling who enters your lobbies is controlling your opponents. And of course, when you're in a controlled environment, you're going to fight people that you think you can beat. So, for instance, Nicola, he had no faith in his skill that he could beat me, so he kicked me right out of the lobby. Giopp Dumister, again, didn't think he could beat me, so he picked a laggy map with a cheese build. Little did he know that I'm way more powerful than I have surpassed the pose F build a long time ago. As you can see in this video, it's not really difficult for me to deal with nowadays. So yeah. Also, let me add on another fact. Me and Giopp Dumister, we had 2 matches. The second match, I'll just provide a screenshot because the fight was irrelevant. He kicked me right after he won, so kudos to him. But the thing is, I have a lot of super so I have mods. That's never been a secret. It was like my first video that I made on this channel, so I've never kept that a secret for anyone. However, what I did not know was that I have access to certain super souls that people don't have access to. So if Giopp makes a video saying I beat Trash Modder with over 12,000 TP, that's what he's talking about. He's only talking about I had a super soul that just increased the grab damage. That's it. It was on a little Freezer Race character that didn't have any modded stats or anything of that fashion. Okay, so it was literally just a grab super soul, nothing more. I don't want to see no video where he goes 12k Trash Modder beat down, some trash video like that. I don't want to see that. If I see it, I'll just laugh. But yeah, so if he talks about that, just know that's what he's talking about. I had a super soul that I didn't know, people didn't have access to. Obviously, now that I've become aware of it, I've obviously removed it off the presets, that sort of thing. But I'm just letting people know. I don't want to say that I do not want to see a video like that posted at all. That would just be a freaking joke and completely waste of time. Like, it's just a super soul. All they did was increase the damage of a grab. So don't go saying he's a Trash Modder, because it's not like I use Marble in Drop or Gigantic Key Blast or real mods. It was just a super soul, and I didn't know that people didn't have access to it. And obviously now that I know, I don't use it anymore. With that being said, let's move on back to the controlled environment. So again, recap, what is a controlled environment? It's when you control who gets to enter your lobby. Now the thing is, that is why so many people, well, let's be real, that's why so many of the big YouTubers, people with thousands or hundreds of thousands of subscribers, that's why they stick to player matches. That's why you see them fighting, maybe 3 people in a 20-minute video. They keep fighting the same people over and over, or sometimes you get a whole 15-minute video from them and they fought the same person. Well, what is that? A controlled environment. That means that they had someone that they could beat in their lobby. That's what that is. That's where rank exists. Ranked is an uncontrolled environment. People might go, well, rank is too cancerous. No one wants to be bothered with that. Well, let me tell you, I handle rank just fine. So fine enough that I made it to the top of the leaderboards. Ranked 1 worldwide. That's global, baby. Global, all across the world. I didn't use mods. I didn't use any hacks, any cheats, that sort of thing. I used a custom cooler and sometimes a Bojack and a Broly. That's all. That's all. But 90% of my matches consisted with that custom cooler. Yeah, that's it. Golden cooler. It's not to be underestimated. So what I'm telling you this because I'm pointing out the fact that it doesn't matter how cancerous it is, as long as you have the skill to prevail, you will. So, people can't say, ranked is too cancerous, that's why they don't play it. No, it's just, if you're not good enough, that's why you don't play it. And that's fine, as long as you don't try to, hide behind that fact, because plenty of people, go into these same YouTubers comments, they're like, oh, you're a pro, oh, you're so good, can you please teach me, train me, that sort of thing. And then the YouTubers, they just eat it up. But the thing about that is, that's deceitful, because the YouTubers are fully aware that they have that controlled environment. So of course, when they're posting a bunch of wins, it looks like that they're really good. However, when you're an experienced player and you're fully aware of what you can see, like for instance, if I'm seeing if I'm watching a YouTuber video, right, and then at the start of the match, I see them, they start charging, but then the YouTuber, he rushes at the opponent and breaks the opponent's stamina, and the opponent just stood there still charging. If I see that happen in the first 10 seconds of the video, I'm fully aware that he's fighting a noob. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Okay, like, you stood there charging while watching your opponent about to break your stamina. You're clearly a noob, inexperienced, and of course, when you get beat down, it makes a YouTuber look good. Now, why am I pointing this out? It's quite simple, really, because this is a controlled environment, and controlled environments are deceitful. They give the illusion that someone is skillful, and they are not. Now, again, is this okay to do? It's fine when you're, you know, being real about it, but don't go, you know, acting yourself to be all high and mighty and all very skillful when you know full well that, you know, the tactics you're up to. You know, you kick people that you are afraid of, and you beat on people that you know you can beat. It's just that simple. Like, yeah, and I'm sure you can already tell I don't use controlled environments. I don't have a need to use them. It actually ruins the game for me if I was in control of it. I prefer the surprise, even when fighting cheesers, even when fighting some of the worst cheesers in the game. It's like that will always be more enjoyable to me than fighting a noob that I know I can win, just so I can, you know, post some videos, you know, or you know, just so that I can, you know, make it seem like I got some good combos. And, you know, that's another thing. Oh my goodness. You know, so many people are using those evil eye combos or the murder grenade combos. I am so tired of seeing those combos. Like, I see it all over YouTube. You know, people go, you know, got this OP combo, and then the comments just eat it up. You know, they're like, "Wow, you know, you make the best combos. You know, please teach me more combos." That sort of thing. But, like, you realize they're all doing the same thing, right? Plenty of YouTubers are posting videos like this where they're getting thousands of views, sometimes tens or hundreds of thousands of views on an OP combo video, and they're all using the same move. Okay, with evil eyes, yes, it'll stun the enemy for a while. So obviously you could do a bunch of stuff after it, but that's no different than using like a murder grenade combo. You know, that's the combos aren't cool, they're not original. You know, everyone's doing it. And it's so annoying. I can't tell you how many times while fighting custom cooler, well, while using custom cooler, I had to beat somebody that was trying to get me in a quote-unquote fancy combo, and it was just another YouTube combo. Like, that's literally it. It was just a YouTube combo, and you know, that's why a few days ago, if not a week ago, I posted that video where I taught people how to make their own combos. Clearly people haven't been watching it, because if they have, they would know how to make their own combos by now, and I wouldn't have to fight any more evil eyes combos that are just, you know, the same combo that everyone else uses. But in a world where people have to do work to learn things, they don't do the work, so then they don't learn it, and then everyone else looks the same. Like, literally, you all look the same because you're doing the same damn combos. Or you know, I see some quote-unquote fancy combo that includes gravity impact. That's not a fancy combo. There's nothing fancy about a gravity impact combo. What? That's like trying to call a murder grenade combo fancy. You know, it's not. That's been since day one. You know, there's nothing new or original about that. Those are just easy. Those are easy low tier combos. I'm not trying to, again, like I said at the start of the video, I'm not trying to insult anyone, but I am giving you the facts. If you're using murder grenade or gravity impact to do a quote-unquote fancy combo, that's low tier. That is a low tier combo you're using. It really is. Yeah, it really is. And now, and now, you know, using evil eyes or freezing beam, those are now mid-tier combos. Not fancy, definitely not OP. They're just easy mid-tier combos. And why are they mid-tier? Because everyone is doing it, and because they're easy combos. You know, those are combos that don't take much work because they keep stunning your opponent. You know, you don't have to be precise. You don't even have to have decent time, and really, like, it stuns your opponent. Like, and most of the combos that you see which are quote unquote fancy or OP, you know, they're stun and break combos anyways. So, which means those combos don't account for limit burst, they don't account for lag, they don't account for Xenoverse, you know, they don't account for a lot of things. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you're in the middle of your fancy combo and you pop a freezing beam or a gravity impact or a evilize, whatever, your opponent limit burst, there goes all your key wasted. Again, if your opponent, you know, Xenoverse, you know, lags, it happens, it really does. They fall out of the combo, or if they roll out of it, there goes all your key wasted. A real fancy combo is an unavoidable death trap. That's what it is. It is a death combo. It's something that you know what? No, I take that back. It doesn't even have to be a death combo. It don't even have to be too powerful. Obviously, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. It just has to be original. You want a fancy combo? Make an original one. Don't use gravity impact. Don't use eye beams. Don't use freezing beam. Like, those are just basic easy ones. Don't use murder grenade, and you shouldn't have to stamina break just to do it. That's another thing. People, you know, and I'm seeing a lot of people now, they're making these videos called "My Combos Work Online." When they say that they don't work online, they're generally talking about the fact that, you know, you gotta break their stamina to do it, because let's face it, sometimes you can't break your opponent's stamina. And if your combo solely relies on a stamina break, it's instantly mid-tier just by that fact. If you have to stamina break your opponent just to get them in the fancy combo, it is no higher than mid-tier right off the bat, for sure. A real combo, it doesn't matter if your opponent's stamina is broken or not. Again, that connects back to the stun time, that connects back to the precision that I mentioned in my video, where I show you how to make your own original combos, you know, using any of the moves, using any of the character, CACs, that sort of thing. But yeah, folks, that's all I want to discuss in this video. Basically, let's recap what we talked about. Controlled environments, I don't have a need for them because I'm very highly skilled, but many other YouTubers use them and they get clout for doing so. And I'm just telling people, you know, this is what they do. Again, this wasn't meant to offend anyone, but if you got offended, that's on you. That's a you problem. So, you know, it's not like something you should do about it. But yeah, folks, controlled environments. You kick people that you don't think you can beat, or you cheese them, you know, and then you kick them, or, you know, you just kick them because you're too afraid to fight them. And this all happens when you're one of the best, when you make it to the top of the leaderboards like I have. But all right, folks, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you learned quite a few things. With that being said, I'll see y'all in my next video, and stay tuned for more.